Hey, Todd, can I get 2 Diet Cokes, please? 1 for me and 1 for my iPhone. What are these? Are you on a vow of silence?
All
Something,
right,
Todd.
okay, be nice. All right, I know he's a very religious man.
What religion is Todd?
It was Star Trek or something. Anyways, these are our new upcoming contracts, so I think we should take a look at these.
Live from Studio C in the Robert Zemeckis Center, it's The Breakdown! On today's episode, weather, traffic, and PC culture. Please welcome your hosts, Dan Toomey and Jillian Ruvalcaba. And now, make some noise for The Breakdown!
Oh, germs.
Dan, did you read these new contracts?
What?
Oh my. We're getting bought by the Sinclair Broadcast Group.
Sinclair?
What?
That's right, Jillian. It's a brand new branding initiative to help The Breakdown into the 21st century. We've prepared a short video to help lubricate the transition.
Huh?
Welcome. We are so glad to have you as a part of our family here at Sinclair Broadcast Group. We'd like to take a minute to show you around so you can get a glimpse of what to expect as a cog in our machine.
It's really great here. I just type in what they tell me. Barely have to think at all. Oh, and free donuts every second Tuesday.
I don't even have to drive to Stories. I can't really because we don't have vans and they don't reimburse us for gas, but we can just call the source and it's basically the same.
No standards. I could air a puppy taking a shit on a baby, slap on paid for by the committee to elect, and boom, not my problem.
Aren't they a fun bunch? We're excited that you can help share our voice. You're now part of a team that touches 100 million Americans. On behalf of all of us here at Sinclair, welcome.
On to the news. Folks, Nancy Pelosi was picked by Democrats to become the Speaker of the House. While many thought it should have been either Sony or Bose. Donald Trump said he was most thankful for himself this Thanksgiving. And wow, that's scary. I never knew we would have something in common. Ukraine claimed that Russia, quote, rammed our tugboat off of Crimea, to which Russia responded, what?
A New York Times article looks at when to talk to your kids about money, which, if your kids write for a college comedy show, should have been a long time ago. Additionally, the New York Times say we are going through a war of late-night shows, which I imagine is between Jimmy Fallon and the ability to hold in a laugh. Taylor Swift was voted the most influential woman on Twitter, to which Hillary said, enough, I get it.
Drug-sniffing dogs are facing early retirements due to the legalization of marijuana in what will be the cutest golf community Boca Raton has ever seen. The Dow Jones fell 300 points this weekend, and my grandfather fell down the stairs. After 17 years, the Pentagon says the Afghan war is in a stalemate. Wait, I thought the war was in Afghanistan. That's crazy. Weird. Now, folks, apparently as we are obliged by these new contracts, here's a look at our new parent company. And as many of you know, it is deer season.
Yes, rabbit season.
Duck season. Folks, once again, it is deer season coming up. And there are many developments that we're seeing in deer season, but please welcome Dave the Deer Hunter.
All righty.
Dave the Deer Hunter. How's it going, man?
Okay, all right.
Welcome. Oh, there you are. Oh! Dave, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? It's deer season. That means deer can be anywhere.
Even in this studio.
Okay, Dave the deer hunter, just because it's deer season doesn't mean there's going to be deer everywhere. I mean, just because it's Christmas season doesn't mean you see Christmas every. Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, got a point there, Dave.
Silence, thespians! You don't understand. There could be deer everywhere.
Were you pretending to hold up a gun? Stop that, stop.
Pretending? Dan, exactly how much crack have you smoked this morning? This is an AK-47. Triple platinum, double rigged, the works.
Stop it!
Jeez, Dave the deer hunter, calm down. Are you always as crazy during deer season?
Oh, Jillian, if you think I'm crazy now, you should see me out in the forest. I'm like a regular Johnny Bravo. I'm just like, hoo, ha, hoo, ha, hoo.
LOL, I love Nickelodeon references.
Oh, speaking of Nickelodeon reference, you should hear my mother and my sister before I go out on the hunt. They're like the really old lady and the daughter from the chocolate episode of SpongeBob. My mom is like, what are they hunting? And my sister's like, deer. And my mom's like, what? And then my sister's like, deer. And then my mom's like, I can't hear you. And my sister's like, they're hunting deer. And my mom is like, oh dear. I remember when they first invented deer. Sweet, sweet deer. I always hated it.
Wow, you're very well versed in Nickelodeon shows from the early 2000s.
They just got to us, Dan. Like, I'm from Vermont. Ever heard of it? It's basically a third world country. Like, that's honestly offensive. We just got a bathroom in our house last week.
Dave, are you kidding? I love Vermont. I'm from Massachusetts, actually, and we used to go to Burlington like all the time when I was growing up.
Oh, typical Bostonian elitist. It's like we say in Vermont. Oh, real good, and you?
Excuse me, I'm so confused. You're pretending to hold a gun. Haven't we established that there isn't going to be a deer in the studio?
Ugh, Darwin, Jebediah.
Not
Let me
right.
tell you the story of my life.
So far off from our name.
The year was 1968.
Can you please just fast forward to when you were born?
Jebediah, my lifelong friend.
I've never met this man.
The day I set sail for the story of my life was 15 years ago on this day. I was driving on Shelburne Road looking for a Jiffy Mart because the Dunkin' Donuts didn't have any half and half, and I was jonesing for some sort of milk-type substance to complete my iced coffee with caramel swirl with extra sugar. So I was passing along Shelburne Road, and I was next to the Brugers, and all of a sudden I see a mother deer nursing her infants. Like any true Vermonter trying to save a buck, I pull over and milk the deer until my Dunkin' iced coffee is properly mixed. What? I don't think that's that weird. Come on.
No, that's so gross. You used deer milk for your iced coffee?
Dan, exactly how much crack did you smoke this morning? The whole point of the story is there could be deer anywhere.
There are not deer everywhere!
Gasp! A deer!
That's not a deer, that's Pat Duffy. He's one of the writers on the show.
Sic semper tyrannis.
Bang! Ah! I am slain!
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, our executive producer, David Minitsky, everyone. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and tragic. Rest in peace.
All right, back to the news. President Donald Trump told a Mississippi crowd on Monday that he looked like Elvis when he was younger. However, what he didn't specify is that he was referring to Elvis after the heart attack on the toilet. A kid broke free from a crowd to join the Pope on stage. The Pope smacked that little bitch down and said, "My stage, the word of the Lord." Starbucks announced plans to block pornography on its free in-store Wi-Fi. Great. Now how am I supposed to get aroused enough to eat my bagel?
Folks, in that developing story, Starbucks will block pornography on its Wi-Fi in 2019, which is why I only masturbate to Property Brothers on HGTV. Scientists have been studying whether dimming the sun could be the answer to global warming. And oh my, mood lighting all the time. Love it. Bruce Springsteen is struggling with mental health problems at the young age of 69. Oh, serious? Okay, seriously, 69. It's because he's the boss, all right? Serious issue. I'm upset.
Okay. All right. A man was crushed to death after a forklift truck driven by his pet dog ran him over in Doritos' darkest Super Bowl ad yet. IKEA is adding salmon meatballs to its menu, which is only up to 15% dolphin. High school football players in Maryland are getting accused of molesting teammates with brooms. And I don't know what these kids think they sign up for, but Quidditch is Quidditch. Folks, love vacations but hate yourself? Take a look.
Have you ever wanted to get away? Sandals Resorts is your destination. We offer weddings on the water, birthdays on the water, and divorces on the water. You heard that right. For a cool meal, you can watch the rotting branch of your marriage fall into the ocean and drift away with the help of our Sandals Settlement Services. Sandals will even provide your children with expert beach fun time distractions. Sandals. Take a vacation from your marriage.
Ciao, everybody.
Oh my God, okay. And we're back, all right. Next on the show, we have an exciting guest. Please welcome on Rihanna Costanza, whose first and last name rhyme, I guess? Oh, all right, welcome on.
Rihanna, hello.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Just to get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Cool. Yeah. Well, my name's Rihanna Costanza.
Right. Okay. You can keep going.
And yeah, my first and last name rhyme. Big whoop. Gonna cry about it.
That's it. Why are you on the show?
What?
Are you being serious right now? That's it? How high is the person who books these guests? My God.
Look, I got a call from your producer, David Minitsky, on Monday, and he said, hey, do you want to be on the show because your first and last name rhyme? And I thought about it, and I thought it was a little weird, but as I do with every question proposed to me in life, I said, yes. Then I asked him, don't you want me to talk about my life as a woman entrepreneur, or a single mom, or the fact that I'm the only person proven in recorded history to talk to Jesus? But he said, no, just your name.
Okay, have you ever had any funny mix-ups, because your name rhymes and everything?
Well, I was super confident going into a rap battle one time, because my name rhymes and everything. And then I realized that Rihanna and Costanza don't rhyme with anything else, and I was like a deer in headlights on the stage.
Dear.
Oh, how they laughed and laughed. Oy vey, I pity thee who has a name that rhymes.
Oh, wow, that's awful. So it must have been difficult growing up with a name that rhymes.
No, not that I recall. But last month at the DMV, I was eating casserole in line when I spilled some. And when I say some, I mean me and everyone else in line were about knee-deep in 3-week-old casserole that had been sitting in my car.
There's no way.
Then, when I refused to clean it up, they asked me for my name, of course. I said it, and the manager went, oh, your name rhymes? And that's how I lost both my government-issued ID and my Costco membership.
How did you lose both?
They're owned by the same parent company. Thanks, Obama.
What? No, they're not. What are you what is going on? None of this makes sense.
Just trying to answer the questions. Jeez, who are you, Aziz Ansari? Stop sending me trigger warnings, Jillian.
Well,
You're about as uptight as my sister. And since you're gonna ask, no, her name doesn't rhyme. Her name is Laura. Just Laura. She has no last name. Lucky.
Nothing you're saying makes any sense.
Well, I'm sorry. This is kind of a hard topic for me to discuss because having a name that rhymes doesn't actually change that much in life.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
I don't think so. You haven't mentioned anything about my name once.
Okay, you know what? The weirdest part about this whole thing, your name doesn't even really rhyme that much. Yeah, It doesn't. You have to say it in such a specific way to make it rhyme. Can you please just leave already? I'm done with this.
All right, everybody, give it up for Rihanna Costanza.
Rihanna
Person has to
Costanza
rhyme.
doesn't. All right. God. Look, about this new contract, if we don't want Sinclair to make us their bitch boys, we're gonna need a union. Jillian, quick, what is the first step to unionizing?
That's easy. Make the streets run red with capitalist blood.
Close, I was gonna say bake sale.
Well, we gotta do something. I can't end up being a mindless corporate mouthpiece. I mean, how can Clifford the big red dog sleep at night?
Yeah, you hear that, Sinclair? We're not just gonna say whatever you want us to say.
That's right.
Call us Ralph Nader, because we're independent.
Did you just read that off the teleprompter?
I did.
All right, folks, Thanksgiving was just upon us, and that means family, turkey, and of course, football.
And here to talk about it is your high school football coach.
Woo!
Hey, what's going on? All right, Coach, let's get right to it. Tell me about your Thanksgiving. Was it fun being with the family?
You mean, was my gridiron meat sweat a jolly old time? Certainly, Daniel.
Right.
I mean, I love Thanksgiving. You've got the family, you've got the turkey, and of course, you got the pig skin.
Yes, the Saints got the big win on Thanksgiving Day. Any thoughts on the team and Drew Brees' historic season?
Jillian, watching the NFL disgusts me. I mean, yuck. I mean, everyone's just, trying to go from Tinder date to Tinder date, like, oh, look at me, I'm on Instagram, I'm dancing, wah! It's all just a big business hoopla, okay? And I don't buy it.
Coach, you seem to be, rather somber this morning. Is it just the holiday blues?
No one cares about football during the holidays, Daniel. I mean, it's all about, I'm going to Circuit City to buy this, and can I Snapchat you my Radio Shack login? It's all bogus. I just miss the good old days when men would be men and urinating in public wasn't a public offense.
Coach, with all due respect, none of this has to do with football.
I guess it's nostalgia then that has me in this holiday season blues. I mean, I just miss the good old days when the pigs would squeal in the morning. I can hear them now. Oh, the good old days.
Right. Coach, we brought you on here to talk about football. Can you do that?
I'm hearing a little squealing out of you, Dan.
No.
Do I need a punch you in the snot box and send you home packing?
No, please don't hurt me. I'm so fragile.
Ha! Daniel, you're like Jennifer Aniston to me, okay? You're a girl, okay? I don't know. I ought to take you backstage and slap you around in those little rosy cheeks of yours, and then give you a lecture on how the impact of Micronesia has had on the socio-economic climate of the rural southern Sudan. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
If
do.
my calculations are correct, I definitely know what you mean.
Now, Coach, I'm warning you. If you touch my face, an alarm will go off and a SWAT team will be here within 90 seconds. Now, can we please just get back to football? I mean, tell us your thought, at least, on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Oh,
this
the
season.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay, the Chiefs. You mean what I catch kids doing behind the bleachers during their free periods? Yeah, I'm onto you, Busters. This is a football coach's world, and you're just living in it. I can feel the blood coursing through my veins. Daniel, you want to go out and throw hands right now?
All right, Coach, you're at a 10. We're gonna need you to take it down to a 4. This is live television, and you can't be making threats.
These aren't threats, Jillian. These are actions, and I'm fully prepared to back them up. Dan, let's go backstage, and I'll beat him up to the point of near murder, and for all this good laugh. I mean, this is a comedy show, right?
Tries to be.
Well, let's take Dan backstage and beat him up. I mean, won't that be hilarious?
Yeah, I don't really see the joke in that. Plus, it's not in front of cameras, so what's the point?
What's the point of beating you up? I could show you if it'd make you feel better.
Yeah, you know what? I'm game.
Dan, what?
Yeah, wait, what?
Oh, come on. I've never gotten in a fight before, and, who better to get beat up by than a real-life football coach? I mean, isn't that every little boy's dream?
Definitely not.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but I'll support it. But anyway, I gotta go. I've heard there's some wild deer around here, and I haven't had lunch yet. Go Bulls!
Okay.
Something to look forward to. Now, folks, do you ever think about the fact that trees never sleep? We'll have more on that after the break.
The simple days of the 1920s.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Penny for a paper, folks. Critics acclaim that Trojan Vision is the greatest television station in all of... Wait, what's television?
Just go with it.
Wait, but Mr. Narrator, what's television and what's Trojan Vision?
Don't worry about it, sport.
But it's the 1920s,
Yeah, just read the script.
Okay, but it says television on there a couple times.
Just read your lines.
Okay, but can you...
This is Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I haven't named the rest, but I just kind of started from there.
Okay, well, those
Yeah.
are. Okay, oh!
Oh, hi, and we're back. Folks, we're going to go to the news real quick. A man in Florida murdered his roommate over a stolen PlayStation. Thank you. So my brother should consider himself lucky. I only broke his kneecaps. Quentin Tarantino got married this week in Los Angeles. Wow, so the Django is finally chained. Okay. Dutch police found cash in a washing machine, calling it the most elaborate money laundering scheme ever. And I don't know, it seems pretty simple to me.
MIT engineers flew the first plane ever with no moving parts. In related news, the first plane ever without moving parts was crashed and destroyed. A malfunctioning ATM spits out $100 bills instead of $20 bills. And if you ask her after her nighttime medication, my grandmother does the same thing. A photo thought to be of Vincent van Gogh turns out to actually be his brother. However, they looked eerily similar.
A man reportedly stabbed a woman in the head with a fork over an undercooked potato. And as a dedicated Irish Catholic, I'd say she got off pretty easy. Hundreds of babies in Scotland are born addicted to drugs, and even more are born addicted to that silly accent they all have up there. A woman was jailed for 3 months because police thought her cotton candy stash was actually meth. And now I'm wondering if my mom's Coke was powdered sugar this whole time.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hundreds of babies in Scotland are reportedly born addicted to drugs. Meanwhile, a baby in Ireland bought me a Guinness last summer. An E. coli outbreak has been traced back to romaine lettuce. Oh, darn, guess I can't start my diet. In New York, a police officer rescued a chicken from a fire, but only after lightly applying barbecue sauce. Chinese doctors have reportedly delivered the world's first gene-edited baby. Sick! She can roll her tongue. All right, well, folks, right now we are going to talk about the crisis that is happening in
What was that?
Oh my God! It seems that there's someone sleeping.
Oh my!
Down there.
Oh my God!
Oh my
sir.
God.
Oh, hi!
Hi.
Hello! What's up?
Oh God. Hey, I'm Jeffrey, guys. What's going on? Live television? Cool.
Have you been down there the whole time? Are you homeless?
Yeah, I heard this was a comedy show, but somehow I fell asleep. Who's the joke on now, huh?
Okay. Ouch. But that doesn't explain why you've been sleeping in our studio.
Well, both of my roommates, they have girlfriends, and there's really thin walls.
Okay. Oh no, I believe it. I believe it.
So it's all just
Right. Yeah.
all the time.
Right. Yep. No more details. No more details needed.
You haven't even told us your name. You are.
Yeah, single. Oh, right, Jillian? But I'm not desperate and lonely. I'm independent and available. But I can't stay there another night. No Man of Hello by Adele, played on repeat at the highest volume, can drown it out. Nothing can.
Well, wait. When did you first start even having this problem?
For a while, only one of my roommates had a girlfriend, so I could escape to the other roommate's room, but now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Baby, living there is like living under a sexual Hitler.
Okay, but I mean, they can't always be, doing.
The dirty they have been doing. And if not, they're just lying down, connecting on a deep emotional level, seeing each other as no one has seen them before, which means I gotta be there while they're remaking When Harry Met Sally.
Well, all right, how bad has it gotten?
Valentine's Day.
Oh.
My roommates, our rooms are right on the way to the bathroom and kitchen, so for 19 hours I went without food, water, or urination. I had to do unspeakable acts to survive.
Well, have you at least tried talking about this with your roommates?
Jillian, these are 20-year-old boys. They are at the height of their sexual passion. They just recently been given the freedom of no parents. There's no reasoning with them. They're like tigers being let out of the cage, or Hitler after the Reichstag fire.
All right, second time. Now, are you ever gonna go back and get your stuff?
No way, man. I haven't been there in 30 hours. Everything there is contaminated beyond repair. It could be 4 p.m. on a Thursday or 2 a.m. on a Monday. It doesn't matter to them.
Okay, gross. Has it really affected that much of your life?
I mean, I can't work, I can't eat, I can barely breathe and fear that danger could strike at any moment. I'm basically the Sudetenland in 1938.
Who was invaded by
Mussolini, yeah, it's Mussolini, yeah.
Well, do you have a plan on where you're going to live now that you purposefully become a homeless person?
Yeah, another 29 days and I'll have squatters' rights. So I'd like to officially take this time to apply as third host. Can I speak to the manager, please?
Okay, give it up for Jeffrey, the man who can't go home, everybody.
Folks, next up is a word from our sponsor, Bob's Furniture Store. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Bob. This is my furniture store. Welcome to my furniture store. Here's my furniture store. This is a place you come to when you need everything you need for furniture, or if you want to hang out with me and all your furniture needs, like tables, old people, and more furniture. You could get my Bobby bear. You could get my Bobby bed. You could even get a nice cup of Bob. So, come on down. Get into this here. Today. Call me. Thanks. Please call me. I'm so...
No. You know what, Dan? This isn't right.
You're so right. Red is not my color.
No. No, what I mean, corporations shouldn't have control over my freedom of speech, over what I say, what I wear, who I is. This is not what The Breakdown is, all right? The Breakdown is a new show meant to enlighten people, make them smile.
Yeah, it's a show meant to give hope, a good laugh, replace your mother's love.
I love The Breakdown. I love the news. And I can't stay if it's like this. I have to leave, Dan.
This feels all too familiar.
Come with me.
I can't.
Well, what are you afraid of?
Can I be honest?
Usually no, but right now, sure.
Okay. I can't leave this desk. There are so many memories here, so many laughs, tears. I carved my first kiss into this wood.
How long have you been here?
I'm not ready to leave.
Let's take it with us.
Good idea. Folks, oh man. For the last time, this has been The Breakdown.
And this is our desk now!
That's right. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys! Take some desk.
All right, there it goes.
I'm wired.
I got it.
I'm wired. Dad! Good night!
Take these broken wings, learn to fly.
All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Oh man, are we canceled yet? We're not canceled. Oh, okay.
The last episode ever.
Last episode ever. Thank you, everyone. All right, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.